everybody. Go Flix Yourself. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Go Flix Yourself. Hey, everybody. Go Flix Yourself.
Hey, everybody. It's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Conowitz, and with me, as always, is the best man to my ordained minister, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
It's because we were in a wedding.
Yeah, I gave a speech.
I did too.
And I wrangled a dog.
You did wrangle a dog. Guys, friend of the pod. Sorry, Nate Laux is here too. Nate, hi.
Nate was the man who giveth the church and reception
Honestly,
space.
yes, you provided the venue, so thank you.
Still don't like what you just said.
Friend of the pod, Charlie Young, got married.
Chucky Chuck.
Yeah,
He got married, guys.
to Taylor Deutscher, who has also been on the podcast.
Yes,
before.
and so we're so happy for them, and I was honored to be the officiant, and Nate provided the space and was super helpful in giving me a microphone. Thank you, buddy.
By the way, I'm not going to lie. You made me nervous at this wedding. You made me
hold on. And then
really,
Brad was the
really
best man
nervous.
who gave just a bad speech. But other than that,
This is my business. This is my era.
I showed up.
Area.
The ceremony was supposed to start at 3, and I got there at 3:01.
Yeah.
But then when did it start?
Yeah, but still, you don't operate like that.
Yeah, but you don't get to do that. It's like, but when did it start? It started at 3:30 because everyone else was late.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
You're all welcome. Hey, it's a movie podcast, guys, where we talk about movies and weddings. Hey, what's your favorite wedding movie of all time, Brad?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is it The Wedding Singer or is it Wedding Crashers?
Oh, Wedding Crashers.
Or is it
for
The
me.
Graduate?
I'm picking the Wedding Crashers.
I think Wedding Crashers is the funnier one, but I think I like Wedding Singer more.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's very charming. I think Adam Sandler's great in it. Drew Barrymore and him have a spectacular
100%
chemistry.
agree. Both are great films. But.
Yeah, I think I just like Wedding Singer
I'm
more.
going 7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not. It's a terrible movie.
All right. I mean,
A lot of rape
still
vibes.
fits the bill.
Whoa.
I'm not joking. It's very rapey.
Rude.
Yeah, it's from the 20s. I don't know. It was made a long time ago. Guys, what's your favorite chocolate memory?
Oh gosh. I think probably when I went to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and I got sucked up into the pipe.
Augustus Gloop
Yeah.
style? You remember that? I thought you repressed that traumatic event.
No, I made it out and I'm here and I'm ready to talk about it.
Nate, what's your favorite chocolate memory, buddy?
Chocolat.
The movie
The movie Chocolat is your favorite chocolate
And
memory.
the only reason I'm saying this is because I, Ben Conowitz, brought the sponsor this time.
Yeah.
This is throwing me for a loop. I don't know what to do here.
And I wish I had a better thing to say than what's your favorite chocolate memory, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's not like that's in my diary.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, like you're kind of bad at this.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
This will be the last time you guys get treats from me. Colt's Chocolates is our sponsor today because we had a Willy Wonka themed party at the arcade, and they provided a bunch of chocolate, and we've got some left over. Dirk Peterson is a good buddy of mine, and he's got Colt's Chocolates available nationwide now. And guys, I want you to try these things. These are Marble McGee's Bumblebees.
What? Say it again?
Sorry, it says. Oh, sorry, Marie. Sorry, Marie McGee's.
What did you just say? Marble McGee's Bumblebees?
Well, it's Marie McGee's Bumblebees.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what's on the package.
All right.
It's chocolate caramel and pecan, and it's milk chocolate.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to try it and just let me know what you think.
Now, how is this associated with the Indianapolis Colts?
Because I'm a Bears fan.
Not at all.
So I
No?
like the Bears. I don't like the Colts.
Not even.
So there's not even like little pieces of football in here?
There's little pieces of football. Look,
So-
little footballs.
If you want to try this, you can actually go to coltschocolates.com
Oh, yeah.
and you can order online.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's also in some stores, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's available. I think it's actually in Whole Foods now.
So these are like the Fannie Mae turtles, the pixies.
Man, I'm looking at
Very
their
chocolate.
website and they have you can order a chocolate ganache fudge pecan brownie. Does anybody
Ooh.
want to do that and send
Whoa.
it to me?
Yeah.
It's
I'll call-
$37.
I'll call
I don't want
Dirk.
to spend
Just
Just
see
to,
if we can get a
tell you
discount.
how good this is, too, another friend of the pod, Alex Pappas, apparently, because
Hey, Alex.
his son came to the party and he snuck a piece of candy from his goodie bag and he was like, "What the hell is this?" He's like, "This is really good. This is way too good for kids to have."
He literally put it on Facebook. He's like, yeah, but you went to a kid's party. This is adult chocolate. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is really good. So it's
Don't waste this on your kids.
It's gourmet chocolate, but honestly for a fair price. Like it's really well priced for what it is. It's truly delicious. Colt's Chocolates, check them out. And honestly, I'm going to say this is maybe our first legitimate sponsor. And it's kind of a dual sponsor this time because guess who else sponsors the show? I'm not joking. Charlie's other best man, right? Seth?
Mm-hmm.
Seth Swanson. We're going to call him a friend of the pod.
Can we call him Swanee?
Swanee.
Yeah, Swanee.
Dropped off all of the extra beer from the bachelor party.
Oh.
gave me a bunch of Bud Light. So he technically, him and Colt's Chocolates actually provided real value for free. They are true sponsors of the podcast.
Okay, but you're also on like a weight loss journey.
Oh, this is not going well.
Yeah, that's not good. That's just
No.
like, yeah.
No,
I mean, at least it's light beer.
I'm actually down 12 pounds.
Yeah, I've never been more proud of you.
We still got a week and a half until the weigh-in.
We got about 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah, we're in guys, this is a movie podcast. Let's get back on track here a little bit. But I will say we are in a weight loss challenge again. I'm betting everybody, betting 57 people,
This
$500.
is the best. Our listeners need to know this. How much money do you have on the line?
$28,000. What? Why is that funny?
Because you're going to lose $28,000.
I'm not going to lose $28,000. I'm taking it seriously this time.
I bet you.
As you
I bet
just
you
ate
like
chocolate.
a-
As you just had a chocolate.
I'm sorry,
full
there's
of-
still 4/5 of this left.
Is it really?
Yeah, I just
Well,
bit
don't
it.
waste it.
You're such an
It's
asshole.
delicious.
maybe you lose like half of it.
I'm not going to lose. I'm going to win the whole thing.
Wow.
I mean, buddy, just aim for like $14,000.
No.
Like you only want to lose $14,000.
I'm not
This
only
is a
gonna-
200-day thing. Like, I mean,
I've got till my birthday, July 28th, to do this. Not only am I...
By the way, did you specifically end it at your birthday?
Oh, of course. Because that night I'm going to go get so drunk I might die.
And eat lots of food and then
Of
poop.
course.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's all going to be
he's gonna
dead.
put Buffalo Wild Wings on his pizza.
And dip it in Jack Daniels.
With the bone and everything.
Yeah, like, no one call me for a week. I'll be in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did plan this out so that we have 200 days ending on my birthday. And not only am I not going to lose any money, there's also money I can win. So I can win like $1,000
Or lose 28,000.
or lose 28.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, 50-50, one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not good at math.
Well, when after that, so on your birthday, I will order us some chocolate ganache fudge pecan brownies from Cold Chocolates, and we will partake
we will
together.
partake. I will love it.
Wonderful. Hey, what's the last movie you saw?
Me personally,
Yeah, or like, I don't know, impersonally.
Nate, you want to feel this one? Bailey's here and Brittany's here, by the way, our lovely girlfriends, and they are laughing at us, not with us, but at us right now. The Post, Brad.
Oh,
It's the sequel to The Postman.
you got to sign this, yeah?
Yes, I believe you gave it to me.
Yeah.
It's directed by Steven Spielberg,
Yes.
and it stars Meryl Streep
No, don't do that.
and
Put
Timmy.
some respect on that
Timmy
name, all
Hicks.
right?
So I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this movie is, but it's the uncovering of the Pentagon Papers by the New York Times and the New York Post back in 1971.
Isn't it the Washington Post?
Sorry, is it the Washington Post? I really don't know.
Yeah, I assume it's the Post.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's the New York Post.
Can't imagine it's the New York Post. I'm not sure that they're really big on the revealing Vietnam conspiracies and stuff like that.
I mean, it was a different paper. It was a different time.
They're kind of more like, oh, Big Bozo foils New York plan.
Okay, Mulaney, calm down. But no, I'm sure it's the Washington Post. I didn't really catch it.
It is the Washington Post.
Wasn't
yeah.
really paying attention. I will tell you that watching Meryl Streep act against or in the scenes with Tom Hanks, it is truly a masterclass watching two legitimate all-timers, right, do this. It was absolutely incredible. There's a scene at a restaurant where they have like a breakfast meeting, and Tom Hanks says, "Don't put your finger in my eye," talking about how he's the editor of the paper and she owns the paper, and it got a little heated, and the back and forth just was truly fun to watch. Honestly, I rewound that scene and watched it a couple of times just because it was. I don't remember the last time I was so engrossed in just watching two people talk. It was just really incredible, and there's a lot of that in that movie.
It's like one of those scenes where you watch the two actors and you're like, I think they have a future in this.
Honestly, and it was a long take. And so this is two actors at the top of their game, and it's probably like a 3-4 minute scene,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kind of casually pan the camera back and forth. There's no cuts, and it was just really well done. And I think that's some of the brilliance of Steven Spielberg is he knows when to just let the camera be
Oh, yeah.
and kind of let his actors do their thing. Not a lot of blocking, not a lot of staging, right? Just two actors at the top of their craft. So that was really cool. Bob Odenkirk and David Cross are in a lot of scenes together, and
Yeah.
that's, for me, that's Mr. Show with Bob and David, and David Cross sporting the world's best comb over that I've ever seen in my entire life, and Bob Odenkirk looking old. And this is 2017, so this is pre-Nobody. He
Yeah.
looked obviously better in Nobody than he looked here.
And he's had a heart attack since then.
Yeah, since
so.
then he looks even better than Jeremy Renner anyway. So it's been.
Wow.
Oh, is that
Just mean.
Wow.
No, he's
I mean,
gonna-
it's
he's gonna
just
be fine.
it's just a little.
Yeah, but
he
like-
broke like 190 bones.
32?
All right.
There are 206 bones in the human body. He broke like an eighth of them.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
He's an Avenger.
You know
He's
what?
gonna be fine.
You know what? Longtime listener Jeremy Renner, I'm really sorry for what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, at first the app gets shut down, and now this. So
That's even. That's
I am
still a
so
joke.
sorry.
Anyway, The Post. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
It's fantastic. It's very good. You were trying to flex on it a little bit. I think in our text thread, you were being a little bit of a dickhead about it.
What did I say?
You were something like, "God, did you know the government lied to us about Vietnam?"
No, that was just a stupid thing.
Oh, yeah, it was a very stupid thing.
No,
to
I wasn't
say.
trying to be like snarky about it. I was just like, oh, it's a movie.
It's not what it sounded like.
Okay, whatever.
It's not what it sounded like.
Well, it's just a text message, Brad. Calm yourself down.
Some text
Nate
messages
Labs, how about you, buddy?
have
What's
started
the
fires.
last movie I made you watch?
So you have a thing with
Listen,
alligator movies because you've also assigned me Crawl. If you
Oh, that's
remember.
true.
I actually forgot that I had done this.
And then you've also assigned me another Bill Pullman movie. What was that?
Independence Day.
While you were sleeping.
Oh yeah.
And there was a lot of alligators in that
Yep.
one.
And so, these are two worlds combining. So Bill Pullman and a crocodile or alligator. I don't even know. I think it's a crocodile.
It's the Washington Post.
And so I was given the movie Lake Placid, which is what came out maybe 97 or so. Is that right?
I think 96.
96. So right after Independence Day, Bill Pullman.
Yep.
Right. It's a fun movie. It's fine. I didn't dislike it. I like to tease you a little bit.
1999 for Lake Placid.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. What'd you think of Brendan Gleeson? He was fun.
Brendan Gleeson has the worst Southern accent out of. I mean, honestly, at times wasn't even trying, wasn't even attempting it. But then at times he would try to do like a y'all or something like that. And then at other times, like clearly you're an Irishman, like
I don't know. There's different dialects.
Also, did you like when he went for a swim and his ears just did all the swimming?
I watched this with my boys. So I've got a 12 and a 10-year-old boys, and my 12-year-old is really into film, and so his name's Finn, and so we were watching this together. And again, they're young, right? And so the first Iron Man is like ancient for them, right? And so
And that's 2008.
yeah, exactly. It's before he was born, and so he's like, Dad, look at that crocodile. Do people think that looked real? Like, because it was so bad. It was so bad.
You know what, Finn? Yeah, we did.
Actually, I'm not even sure we did. Even in 1999,
No,
I'm pretty sure we didn't.
So they created this, right? They have this like real big crocodile they create, and they use it in different scenes. And then they do CGI for the other parts. The CGI gets rough. I'm telling you, it's rough.
It's not great.
But and then as you guys know, my kids hate movies with any animal that dies. They just can't do it.
Even a cow?
Yes. So my youngest son's like, Dad, the cow's not gonna die, is he? It's not gonna die, right? And I said, I think he's gonna die, son. He's like, no, he's not gonna die, right? I'm like, I think you need to prepare yourself. I think this cow's gonna die. The crocodile is going to eat And so they never show the crocodile eating it, so that helps. So we've settled that it actually swam to the shore.
They were fine with the crocodile dying?
I think so. I mean,
Wow.
it's the villain,
Wow.
right? It's
he's the monster. He's
antagonist.
eating people.
Wow.
Betty White's funny. She made me laugh quite a bit in there.
What about Oliver Platt?
Oliver Platt is fun in this, actually. So the crazy thing about this is it's not a great film. It's an okay film. It's not a great film. But the cast is actually really good.
It's kind of who's who. Yeah.
Yes. So, and I think it's written by David E. Kelly of TV fame.
Ally McBeal.
Yeah. And so,
Hey, people were having fun making this movie.
yeah, I could tell.
What looks better, the dancing baby from Ally McBeal or the alligator crocodile from Lake Placid?
The alligator.
Yeah, it's definitely the alligator.
the
That baby
alligator.
looks
That's
terrible.
a sure.
Baby's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That baby's also 24 years
certainly,
old
though, certainly only parts better. Not like we haven't advanced fully into CGI where it is today. So I liked Crawl better.
No, Crawl's the better movie for sure. I think that I have more fun watching Lake Placid just because how silly it is.
Yep, it is silly for sure.
Brad, how about you? What'd you watch this week, buddy?
Well, I was supposed to watch a movie called A Hidden Life, but we did our assignments pretty late this week, and I'm pretty busy. I got an arcade. I got a gutter business. I run a junk removal business.
Did you not watch the movie?
I was best man at a wedding. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
I was officiant
Wait,
at the same wedding.
but we all had stuff to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally worked.
So let
this
me ask you,
morning.
how long were you guys' movies?
I mean,
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lake Placid is 4 hours. It's essentially a mini series.
that's not even true. If Lake Placid
The
was 4
Post is
hours,
2 hours
it'd
and
be
10
way
minutes.
worse. Yeah, I know how long the Post is.
So
So
did
how
it.
long's your movie?
My movie was apparently 2 hours and 54 minutes.
Of
So-
wonderful
You
cinematography.
didn't
No.
have an additional 40 minutes, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't have enough time. For those of you that don't know,
No. You had enough time. You chose not to use
No.
your
You chose to
time.
do other things.
Well, no. I mean, I chose to do things that I had to do for my job because I have a bunch of Sundance movies to watch, and so that's how I'm making up for not watching this movie.
Saw you being like a vampire or something on Friday night.
That was before the movies were even assigned. We assigned the movies the next day. So if you would
So bachelor party drunk Batman Dracula Brad
Mhm.
was not assigned a movie as of yet.
correct.
Okay,
It happened the next day.
You know what, buddy? I'm going to give you a pass.
No,
That's
I'm
good.
not.
Well, you don't have to. It's my podcast.
Don't give him a pass.
Yeah,
man.
first of all, it's my podcast, and I'm going to give you this pass as long as you're nice for the rest of the episode.
Hey, how can we make him sing the song for a game?
Yes.
Yep.
Is there even
That's
a
your
game?
punishment. I made a game.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Brad, you got to.
Yeah, because listen, I do the work. This isn't just fun and games for me. It is fun and games.
Wait,
Wait,
I
what
created
are
a
you,
game.
my dad?
Nate, how many movies have you
Listen,
watched over the past 2 days?
Listen, I do the
What?
work.
How many
son.
movies have you watched over the past 2 days?
I worked.
How many movies
I
have
worked.
you watched?
You know what I watch? It doesn't matter. I watched the one that matters.
Exactly.
Like Placid.
Yeah, you were.
No one has ever said that.
You were prescribed. You were prescribed by a doctor to watch one movie, and instead you watched 4 others that didn't matter.
Yeah, but like if we're really gonna be honest about it, like these are the ones that are gonna get me money. Like if I watch,
What are you, a fucking producer on them?
yeah,
Okay, fine, fine, Mr. Pretentious. Let's hear the fucking award De Palma winner, TIFF trivia champion.
Is
movies.
it though because you hate Terrence Malick? Is that why you didn't want to watch it?
oh, absolutely,
Mhm.
yeah. No,
You
I don't
think
have
he's
I don't have anything against Terrence Malick, but he's one of those filmmakers where like, like if you've seen one Terrence Malick movie, like you understand how the rest of them are probably gonna be.
I like Spielberg.
You're just. You're really pushing all my
I mean,
buttons.
Spielberg is no George Lucas, but
He's not.
Thank God.
And thank God George Lucas came in and saved Jurassic Park.
thank you. Exactly. It was a mess. Everyone in the
I mean,
industry says it.
He said, I had George come in and color correct,
Doesn't even know anything about what that means.
and it was truly saved the film.
Mhm.
True or false that he came in and color corrected at the end?
100% false.
It was
That's
actually
true.
not
That's
even
true.
a dinosaur
100%
movie.
false.
It
No,
was
it's-
all about alligators.
It's actually true. If you listen to Smartless, you know that because he had to start working on Schindler's List,
Yep.
he wanted to. He had George Lucas come in and do the.
Oh, is
color
that true?
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely true.
Steven
You're just pulling shit out of your ass.
Steven
No.
Spielberg literally told that story on
You know
Smartless.
that's
and
hilarious.
that podcast I shared with you
No,
like
I
3
don't-
times now.
I
about
told you I'm going to
Steven
listen to it
Spielberg.
when I travel. I'm
No,
traveling this
you're-
week.
I'm just tired of your crap.
But
Brad.
I'm also so glad that you were so confident. In that.
Also, would you have rather-
100% false, Ben? There's no way.
You're such a liar, Ben.
I know Steven Spielberg. You talk to me about Steven Spielberg.
You know the shit that he says all the time and the shit he tries to make up? He's so proud of lying. And this is the one time where like he...
I know.
like,
I knew
what?
he was telling the truth though, because it's a podcast I also listen to because I shared it with you.
And what would you rather me listen to the podcast or watch A Hidden Life?
Both.
Well, then I guess I'm disappointing you all over again.
There's
Oh,
a lot
there
of
it
disappointment.
is.
But I still love you.
What'd you watch?
I love you a lot.
So Sundance is happening right now. I'm doing stuff virtually. We have a couple people from Slash Room on the ground. We have a couple other people doing virtual stuff as well. So I'm watching some stuff at home. I'll also be going to Utah for the final weekend to see a few things in person, just in Salt Lake City at the theaters that are playing there, because they do have a satellite location that's not in Park City where they have a few movie theaters that will be playing movies from the festival. So the stuff that I've watched so far at home has been pretty good for the most part. I'm not only talking about a few of them. One of the cool ones, a documentary that I watched, is called Squaring the Circle, the story of hipgnosis, and that's HIPGNOSIS, and it's about the 2 artists who eventually became kind of a company of various artists who were responsible for creating some of the most iconic classic rock covers of all time, like Dark Side of the Moon for Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Wings, and
So this isn't a wrestling documentary?
no.
Huh.
Squaring the circle as in like
the squared circle
Yeah.
is the
no, I know what you're
wrestling
saying.
ring.
I know what you're talking about, but it's squaring the circle as in like the idea of putting like an album jacket over a vinyl record.
Oh, they should just say that then.
yeah.
So yeah, but it's very cool. It's the kind of documentary where it's like essentially the fathers and grandfathers of like classic modern rock, talking about the work that these artists did, and the artists talking about how they came up with like their ideas for it and everything. And the funniest thing is like how some of the stuff is just like, well, we did this just because we thought it looked cool. Like it's nothing that's actually tied to the music or anything like that. And then they also have a thing where they talk about how they would come up with ideas without having any real link to like the music, but they would present them to the bands and be like, "Oh, this would be a cool album cover."
So there was a diner on one side of the street and the only working bathroom on the other side of the street, and it was just across the street from Abbey Road. And so these 4 guys, they just get sick to their stomach every day. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a picture of these assholes walking across the street.
But yeah, so it's like they had there's one funny moment where they're talking about where they would recycle stuff where if like a band's turned it down, they would just like present it to somebody else.
ABBA didn't like this one. So
and so one of them was it ended up being the cover of one of Wings albums, and they talked to Paul McCartney thing, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I think I did do that one. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, it's just a lot of cool stories, like throwing back to classic rock and stuff like that. And another one I watched is a movie with Daisy Ridley called Sometimes I Think About Dying.
Oh, what do you think? So I don't know if you followed this. It's very Twitter, but somebody had posted recently, one of the film people posted, it's unfair. Daisy Ridley has not had a career that she deserves after doing the Star Wars stuff. People have not been giving her good material. I'm really interested because I think she has 2 films in Sundance this year. Or she has 2 independent films coming out, maybe not both of them in Sundance. What did you think of this, and do you agree she's not been given good material?
I don't think it's necessarily a matter of her not being given good material. If anything, I feel like she's probably not necessarily going out of her way to make a lot of huge blockbusters right now. She just did all the Star Wars movies. There was one that came out that like was kind of a fumble, and it's not really necessarily her fault. It's just kind of the movie got like held up in post-production, and they were trying to like fix it, and that's Chaos Walking, which is like a sci-fi movie where she starred in Tom Holland. You probably never even heard of it.
I actually did watch it.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
And it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, and she's been in some lower key stuff. She was in a Sundance movie, I think it was last year, Ophelia, which was it was a small movie, so not a lot of people saw it.
She also, and I again don't know Daisy Ridley. I have not met her
What?
yet. Yeah, I know. She also doesn't seem like somebody that's going to chase every project that comes her way either.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not as if she needs to. She just did Star Wars. Like it's not as if
you're okay.
Yeah, she'll be fine for a while. She can do what she wants. So this movie is it's kind of like a diet Charlie Kaufman movie. It's very much a slow burn kind of quirky drama with like a little bit of like dry whimsy in it. And so Brittany watched the first 10 minutes of it, and she's like, this isn't for me. It's the kind of movie that kind of gives her anxiety. But it's Daisy Ridley plays this very.
So did you say come back and sit down and watch this?
No. So she plays this very timid, sheepish girl who works in like an office. She just has a very mundane, banal kind of life. She goes through like this routine that's just very boring. But she comes out of her shell a little bit when there's a new guy at work, and like he strikes up a conversation with her, and they start dating. But she just has trouble coming out of her shell, even though it does open up her world a little bit. But like what I liked about this movie is a lot of movies that are about depression like this, they really tackle it in like a big, heavy, dramatic way.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a mild depression that I feel like a lot of people will relate to. There's a lot of people out there who have difficulty being social and like and really like trying to like talk to like a group of people, whether it's at at work or anywhere else.
I get it.
And this relationship she has, really it's just it's a baby step for her to like kind of start to like change how she approaches life a little bit. And I kind of like that. I like that it didn't. That's why I say diet Charlie Kaufman, because Kaufman gets into some like really big heady stuff about emotion, sadness and all that kind of stuff.
Two twins played by Nicolas Cage.
And this one felt like it was kind of like on the cusp, and just like Fuller wanted to tackle something that was maybe just like a little bit more relatable and not as big of a doom and gloom movie about depression. So, and Daisy Ridley is good in it too. So I enjoyed it for the most part.
What else you got?
This one was really good. It's called Radical, and it's a movie that stars Eugenio Derbez, who is
how do you spell that?
EUGENIO.
Let me try.
DERBEZ. He is a pretty famous actor in Mexico. He's done some big comedies. Yeah, he's popped up in some studio comedies here in the U.S. and mostly known for his comedy. But this is a drama, and it's in the same vein of like a Dangerous Minds or a Stand and Deliver, where it's about a teacher who is working at a very difficult school. He
was in Coda.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, the music teacher.
Yep.
And so he plays a teacher in this in a very rundown school in this very poor crime-riddled town in Mexico. But what's interesting about this one is usually when you see movies like this, they're dealing with teenagers who are like really seeing the hard side of life. They're caught up in crime and stuff like that. This is a little bit more hard-hitting because it deals with 6th graders living in Mexico who have to deal with pretty much the exact same thing, where they are like forced to basically become adults way sooner then they should have to. You have this one young girl who is helping her mother raise her brothers and sisters. You have this other girl who's living with her ailing father, and she goes to like the junkyard with him every day to collect metal from piles of trash to get money so that they have enough food to eat. You have another kid who's getting recruited into like being part of this criminal ring that is like, where his brother gets his ass beat and stuff like that, and they're killing people and all this stuff. And it's like, even though it follows a similar formula as like those kind of teacher movies, that having it set with kids like so young, it hits a lot harder, and it's just really good. It really pulls at your heartstrings. Eugenio Derbez is fantastic, and the kid actors in it are also stellar. But it's it's based on a true story too. He reminded me of that.
I actually really, really like him. He was in a movie released last year called The Valet. Did you see that one?
I haven't seen that. No.
It was pretty good. He was also in Dora the Explorer.
Yes, he was. I've heard that's actually pretty good.
It's very good, actually. Yeah, I really enjoyed it for a kid.
No, they did a live action.
They did a live action movie, but it was actually really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was like a fun kind of family adventure.
It was. Yeah, absolutely.
The last one I'll talk about is one that I watched today. It's called Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. No jokes, Ben.
I don't understand.
And so I expected a documentary about Michael J. Fox to be great just because he's a very beloved actor. Everyone has followed, his struggle with Parkinson's disease and his efforts to try and find a cure of it.
That's what you were trying to. I was going to make a bad joke about that. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that you won't still.
No. I understand what you're saying.
But so it's a documentary about his life and how his career came to be, and also how he's juxtaposed with how he's dealing with Parkinson's. And it's directed by Davis Guggenheim, who directed An Inconvenient Truth. He's a very famous documentarian. And this was even better than I thought it was going to be because of how he directed it. Because what's so cool is every documentary that's about a celebrity, when they run through their career, you'll see clips from their movies and stuff like that. You have the talking heads. You find out about their life. There's archival footage from their family videos, stuff like that. That's all here. But the way it's edited together is fantastic because he uses clips from Michael J. Fox's movies to tell his story. Like he cuts like back and forth between different clips to play out things that Michael J. Fox is talking about in his talking heads, so that it's still him expressing his emotion, but you're not always just looking at Michael J. Fox telling his own story. And on top of that, there's also these really cool dramatizations that they shot that link some of the clips as well. So like when they're going through the process of what it was like for him to simultaneously work on Back to the Future and Family Ties, which was him going back and forth, getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night, and then going back to Family Ties in the morning and Back to the Future at night. They do this really cool thing where they connect clips from the shows and movie with these interstitials that match perfectly with him like coming onto set like as in character, basically.
Gotcha.
And it's just shot in such a cinematic fashion, and of course, it's an uplifting and heartbreaking and touching story. As you find out.
I think I would struggle with that one honestly, because it is. I actually love Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
And
it is sad. It is sad to see how he has deteriorated, and especially like he has difficulty walking and stuff like that. But I
feel like I owe him to watch it because again,
and it's inspiring in a way too to see, because like he's not pitying himself. He's not like depressed all the time. Like he's really like made the best out of his situation. He's trying all the time to like make himself better and deal with it. Like he doesn't want your sympathy or pity, and not like in a disrespectful way. Like he really is just like trying to live life as it was given to him. And yeah, it's a fantastic documentary. So
a lot of Steadicam footage, or
see, I told you.
So what's interesting about Michael J. Fox is he got diagnosed in 1991, right? And
he kept it secret from people for years.
For 30 years, he's had Parkinson's,
yep.
And obviously not all of it publicly, but for so much of our lives anyway.
Yeah, it was during Spin City that he announced it. So, but yeah, it's a great documentary. It'll be out on Apple TV Plus at some point. It hasn't been given
that seems like it fits
a release date yet, but you'll be able to watch it there at some point this year.
Looking forward to seeing it.
And that's that.
All right,
I got plenty more coming. So next week, tune in.
Cool.
Shut up, bitch.
You want to talk about some trailers, or you want to keep going on 19 more depressing movies?
They're not all depressing.
That sounded.
It sounded
fun.
like that one was very depressing.
It's not though.
It's great. Depressing stuff.
Brittany even just said it's not
welcome
super depressing.
to the podcast where it used to be fun. So
define fun. Yeah,
guys. Scream 6.
Yep. Scream VI.
No, it's Scream 6.
VI.
Virtual reality.
That's virtual reality.
Can we get into Scream? Because I do want to talk about some things.
I've been into Scream since Jump Street.
21?
Yeah.
Scream 21.
So
moving on. I don't know what we're doing.
Did we? Okay, we all watched this trailer. Hopefully our listeners have as well. If not, pause it. Go watch the trailer.
Pull over. You're in the car.
I'm
Pull
getting
over.
a little annoyed with the Scream stuff.
Okay,
all right?
that I don't even want to hear this.
Oh, no.
No.
Let me talk about this.
Let him talk. Let him finish.
Let me talk about this because we have Ghostface Killer.
Hold on.
Sorry.
We just sat through 4 hours of
you talking about films that
great
nobody's
movies.
gonna
Boring,
see.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna see these films,
Nate,
and we just had to listen.
Am I complaining? Am I complaining?
Name
Am I
any
complaining?
four of those titles.
Am I complaining?
Any four of those.
Michael J. Fox sad story.
Yep.
Am I complaining? Am I complaining?
the
Do you hear
one-
me complaining about these movies? Or
The
just me
sound
praising
effects.
them?
The sound effects.
Do you hear
that
me
you're making.
praising
I
these
hear
movies?
you.
He's about to
hear you.
complain. He's about to complain for like 5 minutes.
I'm not complaining. Here's my issue. Is these are
Issues are not
critiques, not complaints. All right, there's a difference. Is we keep on seeing this. I don't understand in this universe that this is born into why they still allow these masks to be sold at your stores. And why, when you see someone with a mask, you don't run automatically? Because it's crazy.
I will say.
If I saw
say,
somebody,
okay, Nate, I will say. I'll back you up here. Just in
it's
the,
just like you're 6 films into this,
the-
guys. Don't trust anybody wearing this mask.
The one scene that really got me was they're in the subway. It's a packed subway car, and clearly the jig is up where there's a group of young people that are being haunted and stalked by the Ghostface killer.
Yeah, they all look worried.
And they're all terrified. And the Ghostface killer is 35 people away in a packed train car. And not one of these people just thought to be like, hey, that guy's a killer. Somebody get him. Like, you just yell. It's
His weapon of choice is a knife.
He's
I
not
think
gonna
if
pull out
there's
an
30 of us,
AK-47.
if there's 30 of us, we can get him.
In New
And
York?
he's not even a great fighter.
In
That's
New
my
York?
thing.
In
He's
New
not a
York.
skilled
He's
fighter.
not.
He doesn't know karate.
In New York.
He's got a big swing.
In New York.
He's got a big
Yeah,
slashing
he
swing.
leans
He
back
leans
really
way
far.
back.
And then he's like, "Hey, I'm coming.
I'm gonna
get
stab
you.
you.
I'm gonna
You
get
better
you." It's like how
scream.
I tickle my little nephew. I'm like, I'm coming.
Like a
I'm
murderer?
coming. Yo, but
With
that's
a
exactly what he
knife?
does. He just has a knife, and I do the claw.
Oh my god.
I do the claw.
Here's the thing. In New York, no one fucking cares.
But why not?
They should.
There have been multiple mass murders.
Mass murders.
These
Yeah,
aren't
no
just
one
little
cares.
things, right?
No one cares in New
listen,
York.
you
There's
walk-
danger in New
Well,
York
then
every
you know what?
day.
New York, you have it coming to you. You have it coming to
There
You
you
walk
go.
into a convenience store wearing a full-blown Ghostface killer mask, and I'm the clerk. I'm pulling out a gun.
On Halloween?
Yes.
On Halloween.
Yeah, because on the front of the store, it says, if you come in with a Ghostface killer mask, I'm going to assume
Listen,
you're here to kill me,
listen.
and I will kill you.
I'll
gonna
even let
send-
you come
I'm
in
go-
without shoes.
I'm
but you
going
come in
to-
with that,
I'm going to
not gonna serve
send
you.
your mother to the arcade in a Ghostface costume, and we're going to see what happens.
Hey, leave Seal out of this. She's a saint,
She
and she wouldn't do it.
But that's the thing.
Keep my mother's name out your mouth.
I want to talk about Gail Weathers. So Gail Weathers
Wow, he's been saying this
has.
for a while.
I told you he's going to complain. I told you
It's
he's going
6
to complain.
films in,
Oh,
Gail.
this
Gail,
is-
it's
this
6
is-
films in.
this is
You're
fun, though.
6 films in, Gail, and you're shooting through a door that's closed, thinking you're going to hit the Ghostface killer through a closed door. Has that ever worked for you, Gail? Has it? No, it doesn't work for you.
So-
you got to see him.
Oh, so here's-
shoot him in the freaking head.
So here's the
and
message-
it's done. Movie over. Roll credits.
Here's the message from
Actually,
Nate.
no, don't roll credits because there's always going to be 2 of them. Always.
Here's the message from Nate.
Shoot
Give up.
first.
Give up.
No, shoot first, ask questions later, but make sure you can see their face when you shoot them
That's
in
what
the
I'm
face.
saying. If you're going to shoot him,
Also,
shoot him in the head.
I will say, if Gail Weathers if this is a grounded movie in a reality, there's no way if I'm Gail Weathers, I'm not like sleeping with a gun.
Yes.
Like, I'm not super
And,
pro Second
like-
Amendment here, but for her specifically in America, she should be the one that gets to go anywhere, just carrying all the time, like court, the DMV, Southwest Airlines. Just no, it's fine. It's Gail Weathers. She needs that gun because Ghostface is on a Spirit Airlines flight coming to the same destination.
And they go in the trailer. Watch the trailer, everyone. All right, and you're going to see this. You're going to agree with me. I guarantee you. So they go into this like museum of Ghostface killer memorabilia. Who does that? I don't know. But the original Ghostface killer costumes from all of the killers, right, going back to the first film, are there. I don't know if the television series ones are there. I don't know. But the all of them are there. They go in there. You know what? I would take a step in there and I'd be like, not doing this, and I'm actually leaving. And don't ever try to call me again. Why is everyone like, you know what? Let's look at this. This looks interesting.
People
Look.
love true crime.
Here's a steel door reveal of 6 murder costumes and a slow roll.
And
I'm
the
like,
door closes
you
behind
know what? We should go check this out
Jeez
further.
Louise.
There are
It's
so
just-
many true crime podcast hosts who would be like, fuck yes, let's go in here now.
But as much as I've got some critiques of this is so much better, looks so much better than Evil Dead Rise. Do you agree?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
It does look better than that.
Yeah, but this whole vendetta you have about Evil Dead Rise is just because A, Nate, you're a baby, and B, Ben, you're blind.
I just want you to humbly admit that Evil Dead Rise looks like it sucks.
I will never humbly do anything in my life.
And you know what?
I have never done it yet. I won't do it now.
Cut, print. We're good.
Yeah, and repeat it as much as you want to.
I will never humbly do anything.
All right,
Bradford
so
Oman.
fans of the podcast, again, know that I'm not a huge horror fan, but I haven't seen all the Scream movies, and I do like Scream. What do you guys think, though, of Neve Campbell not being in this? Is this going to be a loss, you think, for the film?
So I'm curious to see, because the apparently the reason that she's not in it is because they didn't offer
They lowballed
enough, yeah, and which is totally fair. Part of me wonders if it's the kind of thing where maybe they'll have figured it out at some point, and maybe she'll have some kind of cameo at the end of the movie, or maybe it'll be the kind of thing where it's okay that she's not in this one, because if they can get her back for the next one, they'll be able to do something cool with her as opposed to just having her in here somewhere and repeating the formula.
Director or maybe the writers had said new writers had said they want to bring her back.
We got $5 million, and she's like, no, and so like, all right, well, we won't have her in this one. We'll offer her 10 for the next one, and it would have been like we had.
Well, I think the budget for this isn't actually all that much. I was pretty surprised.
The budget for the Scream movies usually aren't very high. That's
Yeah.
one of the reasons they keep making them, is they're not too expensive.
Also, though, the last 3 or 4 or 5, 6, they've made money, all of them.
Oh yeah, of course.
They usually make
So
quite
you
a bit
can
of
up
money.
the budget a little bit.
It was $35 million was the budget for this one, which again is a ton of money, but not a ton when you think about
In the relative
blockbuster movies that are
space
gonna
of
come.
big studio movies, that's a very, very
Yeah.
low
And
budget.
you look at who's all in there, right?
The
You
opening-
got-
this is going to do $60 million opening weekend. As long as when does it open?
Well,
Is it open in,
it's particularly going to do well because you've got Jenna Ortega, I think, at the prime of popularity
when
right
does this
now.
get released?
March 10th.
Mhm.
Okay, never mind. I thought maybe they would do a Halloween release and then you'd make a lot of money.
No, but you've got
They
Jenna
will make
Ortega.
a lot of money in March because they won't really have much competition.
Yeah, there's just not a lot coming out.
And then they'll just hold it for the DVD until Halloween.
I don't think so. They'll probably release it before
So, what do you guys think? Is Stu going to be the main killer?
then.
That's a very it's all over right now.
Unless he's flat out lying. I think Matthew Lillard already debunked that.
I don't think he did.
Pretty sure he did.
No,
Did you listen to Smartless, Brad?
Well, what's Smartless again, Ben?
Because Matthew Lillard was on there and he said, "No, I'm just joking."
No, I don't
Is
know
it
if
Laird
this
or
is the case.
Lillard?
Lillard.
But
It's
I
Laird.
did see a video clip of him saying that actually he was supposed to be the killer in the third film.
Yes.
But that there have been talks with him to come back, and he has pretty much confirmed he's not dead.
This is what it was. No, Scream writer Kevin Williamson recently debunked a theory that Matthew Lillard's character is alive.
But he's not. He hasn't done the last. This isn't his film though.
Yeah, but it's that's supposed to be canon though. I mean, so sure they could undo it if they wanted to, but I feel
But
like
they've
that's...
never said it in the actual films that he's dead.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. So so the new writers, the new directors, they can bring him back. They've not said it. You've got a director that has
I
said
personally
it,
think that's a mistake, but
I think there's a lot of rumors that he might be, but I don't know.
I think that's just wishful thinking from
But it
people
could be,
who keep
yeah.
wanting to bring
A lot of
old
people
cast
just
members
want
back.
right.
Yeah.
They want that to come back. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
let's bring back Jamie Kennedy as the
Yeah.
killer.
He wouldn't be the killer. Bring
Why-
him back like he didn't
No,
actually die.
because he got pissed because he got killed, and now he's like, you know what? No, I'm pissed.
No, bring back David Arquette.
You know what?
He just died.
Put David Archuleta in the series.
Who's that?
It's from American Idol.
A former Mormon. He's not Mormon anymore.
A foreman.
Oh,
Foreman.
how about David Ortiz?
Oh, I like David Ortiz. Yeah,
All right, bring
Big Poppy.
yeah.
David Ortiz, Scream
Has
7,
But Big Poppy played by Kenan Thompson.
Have some people who get killed by Coco Fubo.
and
And
Mofogo Maria.
All right, moving on. So I get a lot of flack on this podcast
No.
because I watch a lot of TV and bring up different TV things. And
not to
Brad-
mention your bad ideas.
Wait. No. And Brad's like, "This is a film podcast." That was right on for Brad?
I'm pretty
right?
sure last time.
Film podcast.
I'm pretty sure last time Ben complained about TV trailers,
podcast.
you were the one who said, "No, we watched the trailer for Andor and She-Hulk."
Yeah, we
and
have
yeah,
many times.
yeah.
When
Both of you guys.
When
Both of you
appropriate.
guys. This
When-
is not a film podcast.
When
This is
appropriate.
a film and television trailer podcast.
No, it's not. It's not, okay. For the record, it is absolutely not.
But we're going to talk about a trailer
Okay,
so,
go,
of a television show.
Go.
We talk about trailers for TV shows if they feel like they have like a big link to cinema.
Yeah.
But No, that is not true. That is not true. That is no.
That's why
You're making arbitrary rules.
No,
to
that's
try
what
to
we've
make
always
you feel
done.
better. To say we have a film podcast.
This has been
we
happening.
have a film and television.
It's been happening for years. We watched the trailer for Stranger Things. We watched the trailer for She-Hulk. Several of the
How
Marvel
is Stranger
shows.
Things have any connection to film?
It is literally emulating some of the best sci-fi movies of the 1980s.
Are you kidding me? So that's all we have to do is find a Kevin Bacon connection,
a deep-seated connection to movies.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a TV show.
It's a blockbuster TV show.
Like I don't know if they're going to make a sequel to a very, very famous
Your
Mel
rules,
Brooks film.
I want to go on record. Your rules are arbitrary and they all suck.
Hey, guess
Moving
what?
on.
Guess what, Nate? This is our fucking podcast.
Not anymore.
It's Nate's.
All right. Well, then I guess we're not talking about this trailer.
All right. History of the World Part
History
2.
of the
scheduled
World
to premiere on
Part
Hulu
2.
on March 6th. It's a sequel to the 1981 film.
Oh, interesting.
History of the World Part 1.
Wow.
You are a big Mel Brooks fan. I mean, I think we all
We
are.
all
but
are.
you,
Should
I
be.
think, recently watched
I'm
some more
talking to
Mel
the
Brooks
listener right
films,
now. You better be.
Yeah.
Brad, what do you think of this?
I think it looks fun. I do want to see it, before I actually really get super excited
Wrong.
about it.
This is awesome. This is amazing.
Ben and I watched
Put
this
it in
together.
my
We're like, this
veins
is incredible.
Right now, I am so hyped for this. You shut up. This is going to be amazing.
Here's my hesitation.
Oh my God.
Who's critical now? Hey Ben, who's critical now?
Yeah. Oh, I've got a complaint. Oh, let me.
I have legit criticisms of the sixth film in a series that doesn't need to be made, and this is the continuation of something.
Thank you for admitting your criticisms don't need to be made. History of the World Part 2. No, it looks very funny. I'm interested in seeing it. However, my concern is that there is a little bit about it that feels like it's cheap in a way. In the same way that in the same way that it has a visual
like
style
your love,
like Year One. Remember Year One?
No, because
no one
was
saw
awful.
that. It was terrible.
You saw it. You know exactly what I'm talking
I
about.
really didn't see it.
No, the girl from Ted Lasso's in there, right?
You're talking about the one with the caveman with.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
But
That's all I know.
the time spanning comedy, where it's basically like an anthology comedy of telling all these different funny parody style stories from throughout time, and this has that similar kind of look. The talent involved here is definitely on par with it, but the look of it doesn't feel like it has the same cinematic style that History of the World Part 1 did.
TV
I
show.
understand, but if you're making a TV show that's a sequel to the movie, you should at least try and emulate its visual style.
It's a series.
I understand, but
I need
so
you to
is Stranger Things, as we just talked about, and that looks like a fucking movie.
Yeah, because it's $100 million fucking an episode.
I'm not saying it needs to look like Stranger Things. What I'm saying is they could at
God.
least make it look a little bit less cheap.
You know what? I'll send that note to Mel Brooks.
Please do. I mean, Nick Kroll is part of this, and he's also a writer. Ike Barinholtz is part of this, and he's also a writer. Wanda Sykes is in the cast and also a writer. There's great comedic potential here. The stuff that's in the trailer is really funny. I just wish that it.
Who's who?
Yes,
It's
I know
everybody.
the cast. Yeah, there's the best names in comedy are in this trailer. I just wish it looked a little less cheap. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, I'm very excited to see it. My only concern is that it feels cheap, and I hope that it's not. That's
what
But see,
I
think
said when I met you.
I honestly feel like it's part of the charm. I feel like they're going for a more A-list version of a Drunk History.
Sure, that's fine, but then make it look a little bit better than Drunk History.
But
that's
that's the thing,
all I'm saying.
I don't think it looked that bad.
I don't think it looks terrible, but I still think it looks cheap and not as
But I
cinematic
think
as the
that's on
original movie.
purpose. I don't they have kind of bad wigs on purpose. It's not like they're trying to oh well, we don't have the budget to get a good wig. They're purposely choosing one that doesn't look very good.
I mean,
I think
History
it's
of
a
the World
choice.
Part 1 wasn't the biggest blockbuster film.
No, but it still looked cinematic, and you can make something look cinematic without spending millions of dollars. Sundance movies do it all the time. That's all I'm saying. That's my only complaint.
Of course, he brings
the
back
quality,
Sundance.
the quality of writing and the comedic talent aside. Sure, I'm excited because I love Mel Brooks, and it's great that he's still doing something. But it looks cheap.
You look cheap.
You look cheap.
I don't give a shit.
And you know what? We don't give a shit about your opinion about this amazing series that's coming out.
That's
All
fine.
right.
in March
Hey,
on
guys.
Hulu.
You lost all credibility when you decided to be a little whiny baby about Evil Dead Rise. So
I wasn't a whiny baby. It just doesn't look that good.
Oh, what's that?
How do you get to critique this series from Mel Brooks, and we give a little bit of criticism
it's
for Evil Dead
literally
Rise
my job.
that looks terrible, legitimately looks terrible, Evil Dead Rise, and you think we're wrong?
Because A, you are, and B, I'm not.
Well, I just need to make sure that I keep sucking the dicks of all the other critics And I got to. It's my job to make sure that like the critics score and the audience score are pushed as far apart as humanly possible. Because the audiences are real dumb, and me and my circle jerk friends, we're the only ones with opinions that matter.
All right,
I'm Brad Oman.
Yeah,
hey,
definitely how it
moving
works.
on. Listen, boys,
Girls.
Yes.
Ben, tell me more about the Gerard
No.
Butler movie.
I have a game.
Plane? It's great.
No, not that one.
Boys, I have a game, and it's based on Mel Brooks, who Ben and I love. But Brad, since you didn't watch my film, you have to create the song for this.
No, I'm not doing the song anymore. I'm too mad. You want a song? You talk to your.
So you're backing out on your movie, and you're backing out of the game.
Yep. Don't
song?
care anymore.
Don't
Talk to your friend Ben. See if you get a good song out of him this time.
Wow.
And maybe he'll do it now because he's
Aggressive.
gonna do it out of spite. Let's see if he does it.
Brad is getting on a plane going far away. Nate and Ben are gonna play a game. So many things that I want to say.
Mm.
I like
good.
my games a little bit longer. I just want to choose this game right now.
Wow.
I don't want to lose this game to Brad.
Oh.
That's good, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, this is a game.
That was literally out of spite.
Yeah.
That was a spiteful song.
So try
it
and do
takes
that
a
all the
lot
time.
for him to want to do that, and that's how mad he is right now. So,
But I am really looking forward to this game.
all right, so I am going to give you actors of Mel Brooks films. The first person that buzzes in wins the point. Okay, so I'll say, for instance,
Wait, all I have to do is buzz in. I don't have to be right.
well, no, you have to be right.
Oh, okay.
right?
It's like, I was
But-
like,
yeah.
I'll just
But
buzz in.
I need you to both
Buzz.
create buzzers. Okay,
Mine will be.
all right.
No.
That's what you want.
No.
Hey, he gets to be.
He can't do
Stop.
that. No,
Stop.
because no.
Let him,
Why?
hey, let him be him.
What?
No, do not do the fucking cough as the buzzer. Jesus
I
Christ.
can cough as a buzzer.
No, stop that.
Why are you so negative tonight?
It's such a pain in the ass.
Talking from the editor of the podcast. It's
No,
like-
don't do the cough as the sound.
Okay. All right. Fine.
all right, figure out a new one.
All right.
What do you got?
I got.
Whatever. That's not a cough. That's not like a full cough. That's just like something's in my throat.
The look on Brad's face right
Look,
now.
it's just like maybe something's in my throat, maybe not. What do you think about that? All right.
I think Bailey's having more fun right now than anybody.
All right. So, for example,
All right. I'll say Ben. That'll be my buzzer. It'll be really.
and again,
really
Brad,
easy.
what is your buzzer?
Fuck off.
All right. So I will give you names of actors in this film. You have to name the film, right? So buzz in.
And they're
you
Mel
say
Brooks movies?
The film. All of them are Mel Brooks movies. Bonus point if you get the year that the film was made.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's start.
All right.
Lisette Anthony. Harvey Korman.
Ben.
Go ahead.
Blazing Saddles.
That is wrong. Amy Yazbek. Leslie Nielsen. Peter McNichol. Steven Weber.
Brad.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
That's not. I was gonna
Fuck
say.
off.
There we go.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Correct. Bonus point if you know the year.
1998.
1995. You still
Damn
get a
it.
point, though.
Okay.
Harvey Korman wasn't in Blazing Saddles.
What?
That's
Well,
not.
You got to go with the whole cast.
Yeah.
Like,
Like he.
yes, Harvey
probably
Korman
is.
was actually in quite a few Mel
Yeah.
Brooks
Oh,
films, but
okay.
But that's why it's a trick.
yeah,
Oh.
you got to listen to the names, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So he was, or
Howard Morris, Stuart Pankin, Leslie Ann Warren, Jeffrey Tambor.
Ben.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein.
Nope. And if you don't know, I will give you the actual description of the film. Are you ready for the description of the film?
Yeah. Because I'm blanking.
Affluent and arrogant businessman Goddard Bolt, feuding with rival Vance Craswell over a land deal, makes a bet with Craswell that he has the wits and street smarts to live penniless and anonymous on the rough streets of Los Angeles for 30 days. But Bolt has a rude awakening when the reality of homelessness hits him. Still, he finds a silver lining in a burgeoning romance with Molly, played by Leslie Ann Warren, a former Broadway dancer who has fallen on hard times. It's okay if you don't know it. Just admit it. You're not a fan of Mel Brooks.
Fuck off. That's my buzzer.
Oh wait, I was gonna say, Brad, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't buzz in anymore because I lost. So I'm just waiting.
Do you know?
Is it?
I think I do, but I already.
Okay. Well, once you guess, you get to go again.
Is it the original producers?
Incorrect.
Trading Places.
That's not a Mel Brooks movie though, and it's Jamie Lee Curtis is the one he falls in love with. So that's why that's what I thought first.
All right.
But then
I
I
thought
was like,
maybe he wrote it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What about this? I'll give you this. Made in 1991. Our listeners are probably like screaming it right now.
I'm
A
blanking.
1991
Yeah.
Leslie Ann Warren, Mel Brooks, obviously he's in it as well. Jeffrey Tambor, Stuart Pankin, Howard Morris in 1991.
Brooks film from 91.
And he's also in it, but he's in most of his films, at least in a limited role.
Yeah, I'm totally. I have no idea. I
A
can't
movie
even-
called Life Stinks.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's yeah.
Have you not seen that one?
No,
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's one of his more acclaimed ones.
It actually has very good reviews.
Is it?
But yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's
All right.
Totally out of my wheelhouse.
It's
then.
okay. Here's another one. Madeline Kahn, Cloris Leachman.
Fuck off.
No.
Young Frankenstein.
No.
Ah.
Blazing
Harvey-
Saddles.
Well, did you buzz in or no?
Ben.
All right.
Blazing Saddles.
No.
Shit.
Harvey Korman, Dick Van Patten, Ron Carey, Howard Morris, and Mel Brooks. What's fun about these is he uses the same
Yeah.
actors in every film.
High Anxiety.
Are you going to buzz in or not?
It
Well,
doesn't
we
matter.
can't-
It's
we
over
both
anyway.
lost,
Yeah, we
yeah.
both lost.
It is High Anxiety. I will give
Yeah.
you a point to anybody that gets the year.
1969.
1975.
Close. 77.
Ooh.
All right. Isaac Hayes, Dave Chappelle.
Ben.
Shit.
Ben.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Correct. What year?
Ooh, Robin Hood Men in Tights came out in 1993.
Correct. I hope you're keeping track of your points because I'm not.
I have two because that's the first two that I've gotten.
I think Brad has at least two, but or you have two.
I just have
total.
one.
One? Okay. So we'll end the game here so that you win.
Do you have another one though? Come on.
No, I have plenty more actually. Dick Shawn.
That's not a buzzer, even though it sounded like a buzzer.
Gene Wilder. Billy Macy. Estelle Winwood. Zero Mostel.
Fuck off. The producers.
Correct. What year?
1971.
1969.
1967. You were both.
Ah.
All right. Moving on.
Tied up to a piece, Brad.
Ooh.
That's not your buzzer.
Ow.
That isn't either.
Frank.
Itchy.
That one is.
Frank Langella. Ron Moody. Dom
Robert Loggia. Sorry.
Dom DeLuise.
Ben.
You have to have a guess after you say it.
Mafia.
Incorrect.
That's not even a Mel Brooks movie.
I know.
I forgot.
That's
It's a parody.
That's a Zucker Abrams Zucker movie.
See, but I get them confused sometimes.
You're doing better.
And also, Dom
Better.
DeLuise plays a really funny role
Yep.
in that movie.
Diana Copeland. I will now read
It's scripture.
the summary of
I
the
will
film.
now read a story.
In the wake of the
Book
Bolshevik
Brooks.
Revolution, erstwhile Count Ippolit, I don't know how to pronounce that, played by Ron Moody, has been reduced to being a simple clerk. But before his mother-in-law dies, she reveals to him and local priest Father Fyodor that the family jewels, the thought lost, are hidden in one of 12 English chairs that once adorned their mansion in Moscow. Partnering with small-time hood Ostap Bender, played by Frank Langella, Ippolit races to find the loot before Father Fyodor, who wants it for himself.
Yeah.
I had not heard of this.
Yeah,
so
I have no idea what this is.
It's a film from 1970, a Mel Brooks film called The 12 Chairs.
Wow.
I recognize the title. I just said it, but I would have never been able to guess that.
Sounds like we need to go a little bit more of a deep dive of Mel Brooks films.
Yeah, no, honestly, and these are all very highly rated, but again, I don't know if everyone has seen these.
It's almost
or
like
Mel Brooks.
at this point,
It's
I mean, it's so much before my time that I know this is not the same, but like old like Charlie Chaplin films. I
Yeah.
haven't seen a lot of those. And
Yeah.
I really do.
You guys want a couple more? No.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
All right. Mel Brooks, Daphne Zuniga, Dick
Fuck off.
Van Patten.
Spaceballs.
What year?
1987.
Correct on both. So how many points do you have now?
That's 4.
What do you have, Ben?
2.
All right. Harvey Korman. That's all I'm giving you. Harvey Korman, Gene Wilder, Slim Pickens,
Ben.
Alex Karras. Did you say it?
I said Ben.
No, you again. The
Young
game
Frank-
means you
Young
have to.
Frankenstein.
Nope. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Correct. What year?
1979.
74.
Shit.
Okay, just a couple more. All right. Gene Wilder again. Terry Garr.
Ben.
Fuck off.
That was Ben first.
Yeah, that was Ben.
Robert. Young Frankenstein.
Correct. What year?
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. I'll just. I really do have to just randomly guess here. It could be. I'm going to say 84.
74.
Correct. The same year that Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein came out the same year.
Wow.
Yeah. Huge year for Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder.
All right. I've got one more for you.
How does that? Because it's black and white, it throws me off.
Yeah.
One more for you. Anne Bancroft.
Ben. History of the World Part 1.
No.
Damn,
I
I
would
thought you were going to end on that.
I
one.
would have listened to a couple more.
I would have. I thought you were going to end on that one. I was playing a little gamesmanship there.
Jose Ferrer, who is the uncle of who?
Jamie Farr.
George Clooney.
Oh.
George Gaines.
Is that Chris Gaines' brother?
Christopher Lloyd. Jack Riley. Tim Matheson. Charles Durning. I will give you now the description. Frederick Bronsky and his adulterous wife Anna, played by Anne Bancroft, are a pair of hammy actors running a low-rent theater in Warsaw, Poland. When the Nazis invade, the Bronskys find their theater becoming a makeshift refuge for local Jews and a gateway to the Polish underground. Using their limited acting skills, the members of the theater troupe attempt to deceive the Nazis and lead an escape. Meanwhile, a Polish pilot played by Tim Matheson thinks he has found a spy in England.
Fuck off.
1941.
It does sound like it.
You said fuck off.
Yeah. To be or not to be?
Correct. What year?
Ooh.
1981.
83. Close.
Shit.
Good job.
Nice.
Hey,
Brad,
good job, guys.
good job with your 9 points.
And those are films that I think many of us still need to watch because there was a couple on there
Man.
I have not seen. But reading the premises, I'm like, I bet that's funny.
Here's
You
how,
know?
here's how dumb I am. When you said Slim Pickens, the only reason I didn't guess Blazing Saddles is because I thought that I had previously said Blazing Saddles and I was correct. Like 3 answers.
You did say Blazing
I know,
Saddles.
but I thought I
Yeah.
actually got it, and I was like, "Oh well, it can't be Blazing Saddles because I already got that one right." That's how dumb I am.
Yep. So, actually, this was a list I found online of the top 10 Mel Brooks films.
Oh.
But again, I think obviously that's debatable. But some of these I have not seen. So some of them I certainly want to because if they're rated that highly,
I
would
remember
like to see some of them.
watching High Anxiety in college and really liking it.
Yep. They're silly, and I like Mel Brooks'
Yeah.
silliness.
I just love me some good spoofs. It's a shame that they got ruined by Epic Movie and Date Movie.
We
Superhero
actually-
movie.
Ben and I
Fart
briefly talked
movie.
about that before the podcast about how current spoofs have ruined the Mel Brooks, or
Well, they not current spoofs because current spoofs they're a lot more rare now. And
We say
Yeah.
current meaning like
Yeah.
those ones though.
sorry,
Okay, yeah,
our
yeah.
generation of spoofs.
Yeah,
The ones that
because-
came out
like,
after
because, like-
Scary Movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Walk Hard.
Yeah.
they
and those
came,
are
they
different.
came together.
Those are different.
Yeah.
Pop
That's
Star.
what it's called.
Pop
Yeah,
Star.
Pop Star. Yeah.
Those are great, right?
Yeah.
But most of the ones that are
The one that had the one that has the word movie
Yeah.
after them, except for Scary Movie and maybe Scary Movie 2, which was kind of fun.
I actually don't really like Scary Movie 2,
Really?
but I
no,
like
wait, it's Scary Movie 3.
I like Scary Movie 3 because it's
Is that the one with Charlie Sheen in the beginning?
yeah, and it's Zucker Abrams as Zucker. They
Yeah,
came back
yeah,
to do
yeah.
it. Brittany was talking about how she likes the Chris Elliott and the, with my strong hand.
Yeah. And he mixes the mashed potatoes. Oh.
But yeah, I remember when I saw Scary Movie 3 because I grew up watching Airplane and I went to go see it at the LaPorte movie theater when we still had one.
Airplane?
No, Scary Movie 3. And there were maybe like, I don't know, 20 people there watching Scary Movie 3. And there's a moment towards the end when Leslie Nielsen comes into, it's the basement, it's a parody of the scene from Signs, the finale, and he opens the door and he goes, "I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you." I was the only one who laughed because like nobody else got it. And it's like,
Report and they're dumb.
yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
That's why we're here.
We're trying to make it better.
All right. Anything else, boys?
That was a great podcast, except for Brad's hot take about how he doesn't like Mel Brooks. I didn't know.
Ben, sidebar.
Yeah.
He was grumpy. Was that just me, or was that?
You were real grumpy.
When someone comes on this podcast and they say stupid shit about Scream, I mean, get out of here.
No, you're grumpy.
No, actually, hey, Britt.
He's been grumpy all weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. He wears it on his face. I can see
bye,
the grumpiness.
everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?